to a new edition of My Own World with Ronnie Lynn. I'm coming to you today with some self-help information. Anybody that's a part of the Ronnie Lynn family knows that I do a little self-help, a little trending products, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But today I want to talk to you guys about toxicity. I have noticed that there are a lot of toxic people around that have toxic cultures that follow them, and I don't want any parts of it, and you shouldn't either. Toxic behavior messes with your spiritual health, your mental health, your emotional health, and your physical health. It can actually make you decline physically. And so, we had enough of that in 2020, and we're not bringing that mess into 2021. And so I just want to give you a few tips, give you a few examples, because sometimes you may not even recognize that you are in a toxic environment. And I want to give you the okay and the encouragement to move on. So the first thing that I want to talk about is relationships. Relationships. We as people feel a need to be in relationships. And if it's a healthy relationship, there's nothing wrong with it. But if it's toxic, there's just no need for it. There are plenty of fish in the sea, is what, some people say. Even if there aren't any fish in the sea, I'd rather be by myself and be at peace than to be at war every day with someone when you don't have to. I remember my first marriage was, it was good in the beginning, but it did get to a toxic place. And I had to make a decision. And I kept holding on because I wanted my kids to have two parents, two natural parents in the household. And so I made the decision to stay, even though it was toxic, because I was thinking about my children, not thinking about the environment that they were in was unhealthy. And so I made a choice to stay. Well, God made a choice for me and allowed that man to actually leave me. And my life just turned around and I was at peace with some things. My kids didn't see the fighting, and it was better for me. And so if you're in a toxic relationship, whether it be a boyfriend, a girlfriend, even a best friend, quote best friend, get out of it. You don't have to be mad at people. You don't have to, talk about them or be at war with them, but you can leave people alone without, starting a fight with them. But your peace is too expensive. And I heard a saying that if a person costs you your peace, then they're too expensive. And so that's what I try to live by. I try to make sure that if you're not adding anything to my life, then I don't need you in my life, right? And so I just want to encourage you that if you're in a bad relationship, whether that be with, anybody, you need to reevaluate that relationship and see what they're giving to you and see if it's an exchange. And if it's toxic for yourself, get out. And if you have kids and they're seeing this, get out, because you don't want them to feel like being in a toxic environment is okay, because it's not. It's unhealthy. And so I just bid you to do what's best for you. But if it's unhealthy, take a look at what you're doing. We have to be honest with ourselves. We have to evaluate what we're doing. And so if it's toxic and it's a relationship and you can get out, I would bid you to get out. All right. So next we're going to go to work environments. If you work in a toxic work environment, then I would bid you to start looking for other employment. And the reason why I say that is because you're at work 8 to 10 hours a day, 40 hours a week, and you're with these people sometimes more than you with your family. And so if it's toxic, that can mess up your mental state, that can mess up your physical state. And it's just not good for you because you're mad and you're carrying these feelings all day, and then you're bringing these feelings home, and it can actually mess with your home life. And so if you have a toxic work environment, what I would suggest that you do is bet on yourself. Go out, apply for jobs, Try to find you something that you love to do that is healthy for you. And, I know that as people, we get into a place of comfortability. So you're comfortable in a place and you'd rather be in a toxic environment than be uncomfortable and go somewhere else. But that's not healthy for you. God has great things for everybody, and I know that He does not want us to be in an environment that is toxic for us. So if you're in a bad work environment, try to find you something else. Because let me tell you, I work in HR, and when you put your resignation in, they will have your job posted the same day. They do not care about you. So do not risk your mental health or your physical health or your spiritual health over a job. I promise you, they will replace you immediately. And it's just not worth it. So the next thing I want to move on to is a toxic church environment. And this is very controversial for some people, and I don't care. I've done it for so long, I don't care anymore. If your church hurts you more than they help you, then you might be in a toxic church environment. When you go to church, you're there to go get the word, find peace, find encouragement, find, something where God can pour into you. But if you can't get to those things because you got people around that are talking about you, making you feeling, bad, or rolling their eyes at you, or whatever the case may be, if you feel in your spirit that this environment is toxic for you, then you need to find you a place where you fit in and you want to go. And the reason why I say that is because I've been in church since I was 10 years old. And what people do is they'll go to a church because it's my grandma's church, or this my mama church, or this my daddy church. My daddy bought this pew. I got to sit on this seat because my grandma bought it. Do away with that. That is traditional. God don't care nothing about that. And that is something that's making you comfortable. And again, we stay in toxic environments because we're comfortable. But if you're not being edified, if you're not being uplifted, then you're wasting your time because you're not getting anything anyway. If you go to church and you feel worse when you come home, then you just wasted your day, right? Right now, we're all online. You can sample, because we're in the pandemic, we're online. And you can sample many churches, get the feel of some different pastors and see where you want to go. You're not obligated to go to a church because somebody in your family went there. You want to go somewhere where you fit in and you feel like God is talking to you. Because another thing with the kids, if you have children, they'll witness that toxic behavior, and what'll happen is they'll grow up and I don't want to do that. I ain't going to church. I seen all that drama and I'm not going. And you don't want that for them, because I'm not saying that God is in a building, but you don't want them to hate church because of what they witnessed, because you were so comfortable that you wouldn't leave and find a place where they fit in. That is very important. And so I hope you listen about that, because I know a lot of people in that situation that I've talked to, and it's just not good. And God is not pleased. You're not doing God any favors by going to your grandma's church. Okay? All right. The next one is family. This is a tricky one because, we love our families. I'm a family-oriented person, and I love my family, all of them, regardless of the circumstances. So we have, everybody has someone in their family that's toxic. I come from a family where we have drug addicts. We have all kind of stuff in my family. They're at a 9-foot pole. They're not close to me where they can interrupt my peace, but I know that they're there. And if they were in my immediate space, I would make a transition so that they're not. Family should not cause you to be in a toxic environment. And if they do, then you should make some type of arrangement to get them out of your immediate space so that you're not living in a toxic place or dealing with a toxic cousin or a toxic sister or brother. And you hate to be that way, but some people won't change. And so you don't have to hate them. You don't have to talk about them, not talk to them and all that, but just keep them at a distance, because we know that some people are just toxic. And I don't care if you're related to me or not. If you're toxic, I just don't have time. I have my sights on greater things. And if you're not on that road with me, then I just can't go there with you. And we have some family members that are drama, 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 drama. Every time you talk to them, more drama. And then you have to decide, do you want to be a part of that toxicity or do you want to be at peace? And I choose peace over family. So it's okay to do so. I hate to be that way, but I mean, it is what it is. And the last thing I want to talk to you about is yourself. A lot of us are toxic to ourselves. And how we do that is low self-esteem, downing ourselves, not wanting to try new things because we're scared, just all types of things that are not elevating yourself. In 2021, what I want you to do is take a chance on yourself. Whatever you want to do, at least try it, okay? Try it. We are great people. And God says with him, all things are possible. But we talk ourselves out of stuff. We let people talk us out of stuff. And then we get in our own way. And so if you notice that you are your own toxic environment, change that. Because we don't have to do that. Get around some people who has goals. Get around some people who will uplift you. Get around some people who will encourage you. And move on. Try whatever you want to try this year. When I started my YouTube channel, really, I didn't set out to start a YouTube channel, but I remember I had bought some Fenty skincare products. And when they came in, I was just so excited that I put them on Facebook. I got my Fenty care products, I can't wait to use them, blah, 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 blah. And then everybody was like, well, let me know how it is. Let me know, how it works. And I was like, I can make me a YouTube channel because I buy a lot of stuff. And then, just tell people how it works. And that's how I started my YouTube channel. Was I scared? Yes. Was it unknown? Yes. Have I learned many, many things? Yes. But you don't know unless you try. And I enjoy what I do. So take a chance on yourself, okay? We want to have a great 2021. And if you want to do that, you're going to have to make steps. It's not going to just be great for you. You're going to have to make it great. And with God, you can do that. And so I just wanted to come by, stop by for a little bit, just to give you some words of encouragement, how to get rid of toxicity in your life. I hope that you enjoyed what you heard and that you would consider subscribing to my channel. Look below, there's a red subscribe button. And I want you to be a part of the Runny Lynn family. We do so much stuff in here. We make drinks. We do makeup, we do wine, we do all kind of stuff. And so, including self-help, because I want everybody to be healthy in every type of way. And so, I appreciate you guys for stopping by and for spending a few minutes with me. I hope something helped you. Again, consider subscribing. If you have any questions, I do check my comments. So just leave me a comment and let me know. And if you have anything that you're dealing with, you need some advice, just let me know. I'll be happy to help. If you have some more tips on how to deal with toxicity, leave them in the comments below because you might help someone else. You might help me. You never know. And so again, it was good to see you all. Till next time, Ronnie Lynn is signing out with peace and love.